Hello. I want to just try some stuffed bell peppers. I was thinking I wouldn't mind some type of something I can just throw a bunch of food in and just eat, and I love bell peppers. So I want to start with just these green bell peppers. They've already been rinsed. I've seen people make this several different ways. I'm going to go with the rice and bean method, and if I had corn, I would have threw corn in the mix, but I only have corn on the cob, so I'm going to put a lot of this in the corn on the cob, the bell peppers in this pan. Okay, and I'll still get my corn, but this is the wild rice. Most people probably use white rice. Now, this rice has been cooking for about 30 minutes on low. They tell you to cook it for 40 minutes, 45. This is the Lindbergh Wild Blend Gourmet Rice. Okay, and it tells you on the side to add 1 1/4 or 1 3/4 cup of water to about a cup of rice. Okay, and cook for 45 minutes. If the rice is not all the way soft in 45 minutes, you add a little bit more water. I saw someone do it with black beans and rice. I've seen people do it with chickpeas. I think it's great to start with a base of rice and a bean. I don't want to throw them in as the rice is finishing cooking. Start building up this seasons. Nice when you can buy the black beans already made or soft. So I'm going to open up these diced tomatoes with the basil, garlic, and oregano. Take my time because you can cut your hand with these. So these are the diced tomatoes that I'm going to pour in here as well. Now, part of me feels I should have probably let the rice get all the way cooked, but it's going to go in the oven as well for about 30 minutes. So if it's not all the way cooked, the rice, I'm sure it'll cook in the oven. So of course I start with a little pepper, a little black pepper. And sometimes I like to just open the big part, throw it on my hand, and just put it in there. First, some crushed peppers, not too spicy, but a little bit of that. Some garlic powder. And this is just level 1 of seasoning, okay? You season to how you want it to taste. Seeing people add chili powder, which I think is a great idea if you're going for more of a kind of bean chili feel. I have never done this before, so I'm going to try it and go kind of light. I've seen someone add cumin. I'm not going to put too much in there. Just a hint of that cumin. This is going to give like a chili feel. Let this do what it do, get thickened. And I'm really remembering a lot of this off the top of my head. I just need some type of saucy base to kind of get it moving. I may just use this tomato basil sauce, okay? Because I'm out of space, I'm just showing you with salmon. I tend to like to add a little bit of olive oil. Of course, a little bit of pepper. Don't need a lot. I really want to add the lemon pepper. I bought some salmon from Sam's Club, Members Mark Atlantic Salmon Filet. I've tried it's skinless, boneless, center cut, individually wrapped, 2.5 pound bag of salmon. So this is what they kind of look like. Okay, if you see these at Sam's, they are about $25 a bag. They're worth it because there's something about how thick it is, and when you eat that meat, the way it looks. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse these, put them in a pan, let that keep cooking, and I'll be right back. See how beautiful that salmon is? It was definitely worth the money. I'm gonna add some pepper to this. Salmon to me has its own taste. I don't need to add water. I just like a little oil. This Kinder's smoked onion and jalapeno, and I like to add my little spicy seasonings sometimes. Okay, but lemon pepper tastes great with salmon. On this, you can add onions or whatever else you want to add. Some people put little rinse in here. That's not a bad idea. Sometimes leaving it without the holes, it'll keep it nice and moist, but I'm okay with a little zip. So here we are. This is again my first time doing this, so for me I want more, not less. I would rather have 6 than 3. Okay, so I'm cutting down the stock because I've seen several videos. I've gotten all kinds of ideas of how to do it. Very gently, you cut around it. It smells so good already. Oh my God, how many people love the smell of bell pepper? Oh my God. I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna go with 2. I've already rinsed them. And I'm just cleaning out any little seeds. And I like kind of the idea of leaving a little stock on. Okay. And these are nice and flat and weird looking. So we're going to start there. I'm going to add a little olive oil. So I'm just going to place it in here for now as I continue. Just as a way to keep it. You really don't need to do this. It just adds a little something to it. But one thing I want to add too is some kale. Add a nice little ring. I have these freezer bags that I like to put kale in. And I'm just going to add that. I didn't even think of it. But more so for the color. And you know that's going to cook so fast. So it's okay if it's frozen. Frozen vegetables are my friend. Okay. Color in there. You don't have to use the whole bag, but that's just going to help take it to another level. Get your vegetables. A squeeze of lime juice. I got most of the seeds out. Well, that was probably the most annoying part. Okay, so now we're going to fill these. It's not no biggie. I can't complain. Now, I would probably add cheese to this. I'm wondering if I'm going to regret putting that much in there when I try to pick it up. But that's what we're working with so far. I would probably add a little butter and season to this corn. So far, that's what I got. These stuffed peppers. Okay. So I'm putting some butter. This is the Wegmans organic plant-based butter. I've been using this for a while. I really like it. And I'll probably add more butter as I go. Maybe. Just putting the pepper down with the corn. Ideally, I wouldn't even put salt. Okay. So, we got that ready. I'm going to put aluminum foil over it. Oh, cheese. Use whatever cheese you like. This is not vegan. If you want to keep it vegan, stop. But if you still love your cheese, even though you're trying vegan meals, go for it. I'm just going to sprinkle a little. I don't want it to be loaded with cheese because it honestly tastes just fine without it. Okay? But I kind of want the moisture to stay in because I want to see if the moisture from the peppers can really come infuse the food. Okay? And that's what our salmon's looking like. I'm going to let that sit for a minute while the other food cooks. There's my salmon. Now sometimes you let it sit in the oven without a top on. You see how that oil just has a way of making it grill? Instead of all that water people use, I prefer the oils. But there it is, nice and simple. I would probably put it back in the oven. If the oven, you know, while it's off, just to get it a little crispier at the top without the top covering it. And I may do that just for a second.